Hey everyone, how you doing? This is Bishop Harden again, coming back to you to help you take your ministry to another level. I'm here to take you from your frustration to your destination, by helping you admit that you're not where you want to be, accept where you should be, and do the work that it's going to take you to do to get to where you're supposed to be. I'm back here with my second series. This is a follow-up from the first series. We just exited out of a series titled Breaking Tradition. We talk about breaking tradition in your calendar, we talk about breaking tradition in your collections, and we talked about breaking tradition in your culture. I really hope it helped you out. Listen, the goal of this whole entire journey is to set you up for a class I'm going to teach you when it's titled, it talks about taking your ministry and structure your ministry for success. We want to make sure that every ministry is structured for success. But I can't just jump right into teaching you how to structure your ministry for success, because if I do that, you may not be prepared. So I'm going to ask two things. Number one, if you follow me so far, keep the journey going. But if you have not followed me, you're not kept up with me, what I need you to do is go back to the very first video. If you have not downloaded my free video titled Becoming a Success Overnight, or Making Your Ministry a Success Overnight, I need you to go download that. Listen, I want you to follow this website. It's called www.clydehardenjr.com. Follow this website right here that's come up on the screen right now. Follow that, go check it out, and I want you to do me a favor. Download that, give me your email, and follow that video first. By following that video, it'll get you to a place to where you're ready for the Breaking Tradition video. And once you get through the Breaking Tradition video, then come back to this series. I'm going to begin to teach you. And this series here is titled The Vital Ministries in Ministry. The Vital Ministries in Ministry. There are vital ministries you need to actually do ministry, whether you're a church. And listen, I'm doing my best to make sure that this whole entire series, this whole entire lesson will also help businesses. My heart, I want to help businesses, but my body, my soul, my work is in church. So I'm going to teach you. So if you have a business, you have an organization, you can utilize these videos as well. But my focus, my pinpoint right now are on churches, pastors, leaders. So if you've already watched my series up until this point, let's get a hold to this journey and continue going forward. So like I told you before, we just came out of the Breaking Tradition series. Now we're in the taking your ministry to the level by helping you understand what are the very vital ministries in your church. I made a few notes here I want to follow real quick. Let's deal with the word vital. The word vital, by definition, are things that are necessary, absolutely necessary. For you to be a successful ministry in this culture that we're in today, or any culture, there's some vital ministries, and I'm going to cover over the next 4 weeks some things Jesus even stated that we need to have. There's some scriptures I'm going to show you. I wouldn't just say vital just because it fits me. Some things Jesus made reference to as he was on his journey, and things he did for people that translate over to the desires that we need, or the necessities we need to meet people's desires and to help them grow spiritually. And for us to become a successful church, we want to make sure we're doing what we call ministry. So it's so funny that we're making your ministry a success by needing ministries. So listen to this. So there are 4 vital ministries. And the word vital means absolutely necessary. The word ministry by definition, I want to read this to you, because a lot of times we get the word ministry all mixed up, and we don't understand it, so we don't actually perform it properly. So the word ministry here, there are spiritual works or services of any Christian group or Christians, especially evangelism. So ministry, by a kind of summation, the word ministry means to fill a void. People have voids in their lives, and if you are a minister or you work in a ministry, your job is to fill a void. So if we say what are the vital ministries in church, what we're really saying, what are the absolutely necessary things you need in a church to make sure you're filling voids in people's lives? There are some few things you have to. You cannot become a ministry that just do certain things that's not necessary. You can't just satisfy your needs. You can't just satisfy your family needs. You must be available to the community. We're going to talk about these things that we absolutely must offer. Now, there are many other things we can add on as we go along, as we become a larger ministry with more things available. But the day you open your doors of the church, if you don't have these things in place, you at least need to have a plan on how you're going to put them in place very, very soon. We have a lot of churches starting new, and also we have a lot of churches starting over. So we want to make sure these things are available. Now, as the weeks go forward, I'm going to offer more videos to you. I'm going to break down these things. Every series, I was going to start off with explain to you what you need. And then after that, I'm going to go over week by week, how do you make these areas a success. So the first area we're going to discuss and we're going to cover that we're very, very, very vital, very absolutely needed to making sure you're fulfilling the needs of the people. The very first thing you must have, every organization, you must have what I call in my church a first touch ministry. No matter what you're doing, you need to make sure whatever you're offering to God, you make people feel welcome in receiving it. If you have a business and you stating your business is a God-led business, but yet you don't make people feel welcome doing it, that's not going to work. So no matter who you are, when me and my wife opened up our first church, me and my wife, we were the first touch ministry. Before I preached, before she sung, we met people at the door. We had a little baby stand at the door. So we're going to talk about that, how important it is to have a first touch ministry, or what we call in this modern day time, or most of our older churches call ushers or greeters. But it's very important in that we don't just let them do what they want to do. There's a certain tone every first touch ministry must offer. No matter if you have a business, no matter if you have a church, or a 501c3 organization, you must make sure people are welcome. You never make people feel as though it's a burden for you to serve them. So the second thing we must make sure we offer, not just usher ministry, but I'm going to kind of embody a lot of things in a few words, but a music arts ministry or an arts ministry. One thing I found out about church is so limited. We're so limited. We limit church to what we like. And right now, we recently have what we call a poetry ministry. I never would have put a poetry ministry in place. I allowed that to fall up under my music arts ministry. But what we need to do is make sure we're not just satisfying our desires. There's many other things out there besides preaching, besides ushering, besides deacons, that people want to take part in. Listen, remember this. It's not about entertaining the people. This is what you must understand. Music arts ministry is not about entertaining the people. It's not about the people receiving the music arts as much as it is about the people doing the music arts. You want to give people a way that they can actually express themselves to God in a way that it means something to them. Like I said, we have a poetry night here at the church, and man, the people who come out don't look like church. They don't look like what we feel as though people who fit in church, but they serve God in a magnificent way. They express themselves through poetry. So that's another vital ministry we're going to talk about over the weeks to come. The next vital ministry is the youth ministry. You know what? Churches are dying today because grandmother is the last generation, and she's been bringing her grandchildren and her great-great-grandchildren. But as the children get older, children leave. Now, we're not building a church to satisfy children, but we must build a church or an organization that meets children's needs. We must meet them where they are. We got to become available to the youth, and we're going to talk about that. How do you make your youth ministry successful and prepared for it? But you must have a youth ministry. And last but not least, another ministry you must have that's vital, very vital to the success of your ministry is an outreach ministry. The Bible tells us we must compel them to come unto us. And listen, every business, every organization have what they call outreach. Most people call it a marketing department, but in church it's called outreach. This is how we explain to people that we are available, and we go out to them and we touch them in one way or another. I'm going to explain to you how we have it set up here at New Destiny, and I want to make sure you understand that this is one of my most important ministries. We have our Ursha ministry, our outreach ministry. These two are very important. I like to say that they're our front door keepers and our back door keepers. Front door keepers are the greeters as they come through the door. Our back door keeper is our what we call no one left behind. We like to go back and look at the back door where no one left behind, but also outreach. How do we go out there and get people who maybe have left the church or maybe have never been to the church? So this is what I'm going to cover over the next few weeks. I hope you've enjoyed this journey so far. It's been a great journey. I've gone with you. I've taken you with me, and I'm actually traveling along with you. I'm actually revisiting some of these items as I'm teaching it to you. I come relaxed today in my t-shirt. Listen, this is who I am. I preached today. This is my you getting this video today. I just recorded today on the Sunday drop. I just recorded today. Some of y'all may watch it a lot later on my journey, but I just preached today. I'm recording today, and I'm dropping it on the YouTube, and also I'm dropping it on the Facebook channel. I want to help you. This is our new journey. We're going to take this journey together. Stay with me week to week. This building up to help you take my 4-week class. I'm going to offer to you titled Structure Your Ministry for Success. I'm going to teach you how to structure your ministry for success and make it to where you can survive for long-term growth. I want you to understand that. I want to help you make it to where you can survive long-term growth. But listen, I'm excited about this. Somewhere around here, you're going to see a subscribe button if you're on my YouTube channel. I want you to click that subscribe button, subscribe to this channel, and make it, where you can see my videos every time I drop them. Also, if you want to, you can go to my Facebook, Ministry Launchpad. I'd love for you to meet me there. I do live sessions a lot of times there, answer questions, connect with people on a daily basis. But most of all, I want you to, if you have any questions, make sure you're able to reach out to me. I'm your next level coach, taking you from your frustration to your destination by helping you admit you're not where you want to be, accept where you should be, and do the work that it's going to take you to do to get to where you're supposed to be. God bless you, and let's go up.